Most will agree when I say Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars is an awesome RPG. While it's now been released for over 20 years, chances are that there's still a few things you don't know about this classic. This video is going to look at some of the facts surrounding this game. You're watching Hellfire RPGs and this is Super Mario RPG Know the Facts. There were a lot of changes from the Japanese version of this game, but here's a couple of name changes that are particularly interesting. In the English version, Bahamut, which is a reference to Final Fantasy's Bahamut, is instead called Doshi in the Japanese version. Just by looking at this character, you can see that this was a reference to Yoshi. And do you remember Boshi, the cool rival of Yoshi? He's gotta be cool with those shades. His name in the Japanese version is Washi. This means that he's Yoshi's counterpart, just like Wario and Waluigi are to Mario and Luigi. On the topic of Japanese changes, the big bad Bowser was originally an even bigger badass. His victory pose was changed when it was brought to the US, as it previously resembled the up yours gesture, which was apparently too hardcore for him. We've all seen a James Bond film at one point or another. The enemy, Punchinello, was originally going to be called James Bomb, however this was scrapped by management. The interesting thing here is that the character's introduction still parodies James Bond. Nello, Punchinello.
Thank you, Mr.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
When in Mushroom Kingdom's castle, Mario has access to Toadstool's room. There's not much to see here, but interacting with the fireplace will reveal a secret item. This item is so mysterious that it's even named as Toadstool's ? No matter what you do, you just can't get to the truth of this item, especially with Granny onto you. But there's actually a bit of evidence suggesting that behind the fireplace is Toadstool's stash of porn. And this isn't just my dirty mind talking, the same item is named Toadstool's XXX in the Japanese version. So what? Peach is into porn. In her defense, what else is she meant to do locked inside Bowser's Keep waiting for Mario to save her? Zelda probably does the same thing. In the Japanese version of the game, there's a secret code that can be entered in the menu. If you press down, up, right, left, select, start B, Toad will appear and say the following. Secret code found. Now let's take a look at your status. Wow, nothing has changed at all. But what about your experience points? Nope, nothing's changed. There's no point in looking for other codes as the result will always be the same. I'll play with you as many times as you like though. Secret code end. We know that Mario plays homage to Final Fantasy with its optional hidden boss Culex and the music surrounding this battle, but did you also notice the Star Fox and F-Zero reference? Models of a Star Fox R-Wing and two F-Zero race cars can be seen on top of the crates in the back corner of Hinopio's shop. And just in case you missed it, Link and Samus also make an appearance in the inns. When you try to talk to Link, that puzzle solved jingle from the Legend of Zelda series will play. Talking to Samus will result in her claiming that she is resting up for Mother Brain. The Axum Rangers are a parody of Japan's Super Sentai series. This series has been going since 1975 in Japan and as you can probably guess, was adapted into the Power Rangers for Western audiences. Try listening to that a few times, it is embarrassingly catchy. Geno is actually the biggest badass of them all. If you perform a timed hit with his special move Geno Whirl, it will do 9,999 damage to the enemy. But don't get your hopes up, it's pretty hard to pull off. And unfortunately, this trick doesn't work with a large majority of bosses. An RPG-styled Mario took the series in a brand new direction. Director Fujioka and producer Miyamoto originally considered following the traditional RPG approach by having Mario battle using weapons and magic rather than the typical jumps and hammers already seen in the franchise. The two just couldn't decide what to do, so they settled the matter at an event by listening to the responses from fans. The crowd cheered louder for the traditional Mario jumps and hammers, so that's what they went with. There's quite a bit that can be accessed through the debug menu. Something particularly interesting is the two longer versions of the Peach Tower scene. These may have been intended scenes for different points in the game. If you've watched my other Know the Facts, you would have seen some pretty crazy Japanese adverts. Believe it or not, but this advert for Mario RPG probably takes a cake.
ラマを作ろうロールプレイングゲームやり尽くした人も満足させますマリオです、oh, yeah! スーパーファミコンソフトスーパーマリオ RPG スーパーファミコンが4000円安くなるクーポン券付き
And the US advert wasn't much better.
All was peaceful in the Mushroom Kingdom. Till Smithy the sword shattered the Star Road. Wow! So with his old enemy Bowser and a marshmallow who throws lightning. Are you bought evil wedding cakes and the killer Venus flytraps and recovered the seven stars? That was freaky.
Super Mario RPG, only on the system that keeps on kicking. Super NES.
Dig it?
This was Hellfire RPGs, thanks for watching. What RPG do you want to see in the next Know the Facts? Let me know in the comments. See you next time.